Well, morning to Saturday the 15th of June, and it's just coming up to 12 o'clock, and I'm trying to dodge the showers here. You can see a big blob of wetness coming in down here. I'm at the top of Purdy's Lane. I'm outside the entrance to Beaver Golf Club. On one side there's Harland Wolf cranes, nice wee shot off them there. Yeah, I'm outside Beaver Golf Club entrance, and I'm outside Knockbreda Parish Church of Ireland, and this is a particularly old church, and it was a well sought after place of rest for many of the leading citizens of Belfast who didn't even live in this area. They wanted to be buried in Knockbreda Parish old cemetery so that they could overlook the city of Belfast, and Charles Lanyon was one of them, and he's in here, and there's quite a few other leading citizens of Belfast in here too. So some of the graves are extremely old, and this, I believe, this graveyard has got a massive number, a large number of mausoleums, and there you can see them in the background here, and you'll see them in the background of my video. So some of the graves are particularly old in this section of the graveyard. Through that passageway, much newer graves. But my good friend Mark Porter from the Church History Trail, he's a YouTuber, and Mark and I have got together on several occasions, and it's always worthwhile keeping in with fellow YouTubers, because you never know what gems they're going to lay at your feet. And there's something up here that is just amazing, and Mark told me all about it. Mark's channel is fascinating. He's like a wee terrier dog, and he hunts out all sorts of interesting graves, and he has certainly told me about a couple of graves in here. I'm just letting you see the mausoleums, because they're very, very I mean, they're big, they're massive, compared to a whole lot of other mausoleums about the place, and they're all over the place here. A lot of rich, well-to-do people and families buried their relatives in these mausoleums. So where's the grave? The grave headstones I'm looking for. Well, they're not far away, and I've been in this graveyard. I've been in this graveyard dozens of times, and I never spotted this. I've never spotted this that Mark told me about. And let's see if I can find these graves. Graveyards are full of mysteries and stories and all sorts. Here's one of the headstones I'm looking for, And this dates from 1774, and you know, it's not that old. What does it say here? Left the body of Anne Graham, wife of Francis Graham of Belfast. Is that merchant who departed this life the 23rd of September 1774, aged 60. That's well and good. And I went down to Lurgan Shankill graveyard some time ago and videoed the grave of a lady who was buried twice but died once, and I made a video about that. But this is very strange. This is very strange here, because we've got a headstone here belonging to Francis Graham, died 1774, and then got another headstone. Here left the remains of Anne Graham, wife of Francis Graham of Belfast, merchant, who departed this life October 74, aged 59. So there's a difference. Also the remains of said Francis Graham, who died at Lisburn 1795, aged 80. So we've got this lady, Francis Graham, and she's got two headstones remembering her, and you know, that's very, very unusual. You know, the headstones back in the day, you know, many people didn't even have headstones because they were so expensive, and these headstones here would have been very, very expensive. So what is this lady doing having two headstones? I have never come across this before. The two headstones side by side. I've never come across this before. And I've been in multiple graveyards and cemeteries up and down the country. And you know, this is extraordinary, and it was Mark, as I say, put me onto this. So thank you, Mark. Excellento. And I'm looking at this grave headstone of a man called Ronald Gavin Crack. And in Northern Ireland we have a wee phrase, a wee expression. You know, you meet up with somebody and you say, "What's the crack?" And it's nothing to do with crack cocaine or drugs or anything like that. It just means, what's happening? How are you doing? You know, and I'm just asking the question about this mystery. What is going on? What is the crack? If anybody can fill us in about this, any Knockbreda Parish churchyard historian, please get in touch and let us know what the crack is. Some of these headstones and that are you know, they're aged, and there's a cordon round these ones here because they're afraid that they might blow over and topple down on somebody. So that's always a worry and concern in any old graveyard. But come and check out Knockbreda Parish old graveyard. It's full of interesting people and stories and all the rest of it. But there's another one. And thank you again, Mark, for letting me know about this. And Mark has this has a wee video about this this double headstone for this lady on his channel, and he probably has the most videos about United Irishmen and United Irishmen graves that I've ever come across. I thought I had a brave number of those kind of videos, but I think Mark has surpassed me. So check out Mark's video channel. It's called Mark Porter, the Church History Trail. I'll just add this in here. This is a notice board outside the church telling you about it. And I have done frequent videos on Knockbreda Parish, consecrated in 1737, built by a lady in Middleton on land donated by her son Arthur Hill Trevor, the first Viscount Dungannon, designed by Richard Castles, leading Palladian architect of his day. Churches had existed in the parishes of Breda and Knock since medieval times. However, the church at Breda was in ruins, and that of Knock was barely suitable for worship. There are a lot of details here. This is a very, very interesting church. I'll run the video camera down here. Richard Castles was responsible for some of the big houses of Ireland. Parish Court, Beaver House. And as I say earlier in the video, it was a fashionable place to spend eternity in this graveyard. Waddell Cunningham is in here. Earned an awful lot of his wealth through the slave trade. According to local folklore, 2 wild lambs preceded his funeral procession and remained in his tomb for a week to deter body snatchers. Right, so Robert Shipboy McAdam, passionate about the Irish language. Sir Charles Lanyon, he even designed his own Gothic tomb. Imagine the idea of designing your own Gothic tomb. And Samuel Neilson, an influential member of the Revolutionary Society of United Irishmen, arrested 1798, imprisoned in Scotland. So there you go, lots of history here at Knockbreda Parish Church. Come along and check it out for yourselves. I was interested to find out about these 2 headstones. You learn something new every day. Okie dokie.